Hello, Joe, and
Hello.
welcome to the first ever Video That Radio podcast interview. How does it feel to be the
I'm
first ever?
I'm truly honoured. I
Ah,
truly am.
that's very kind. Now, I've got a few questions here to ask for
Very good.
you, and some That Radio podcast favourites that you'll be uh, listening to later. But
I've
first,
heard a lot of them.
yeah. First, tell me and the listeners a bit about yourself, and feel free to go in depth as you like.
Well, I'm Jim Smith. I have many hobbies like I love to drum. Um, Reading and writing has always been, uh, something of a hobby for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what else do I like to do? I like to go out and just, you know, take each day as it goes.
Very nice. Okay, so now we've been friends for a long time, and I always ask this question on the podcast. Where did we first meet? Do you think? Do you remember? Do you
Oh,
think it would have been meeting
well,
through friends? Probably.
I think we might have met in a class.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Science.
Probably. I mean, it was probably science. A mixture of meeting you in science and then
Yeah.
also being in the friend group
Yeah.
and just getting to know you slowly.
And I'd say we've been friends for 3 years.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah, about
give or
that.
take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and you mentioned earlier about your hobbies, and you mentioned music, and I know that you are a very good drummer. I've heard
Thank you.
you perform a few times, and I've been very impressed. Now, recently, that music side of things has took you on to do very good things, such as performing at the Bridgewater Hall. And if you'd like to explain a bit more about that, that's an amazing experience. How did that feel?
Well, I've never played in front of that big of a crowd before. I think, I don't know exactly. It can hold 2,000 people. We had about like 1,000 maybe, something like that.
Still more than enough.
And it was obviously quite nerve wracking.
Yeah.
At the start, but I mean, I played 3 songs, and after the first time I was up on stage, I kind of got used to it. But it was scary. I'm not going to say it
Wow.
like it wasn't. But it was a good experience.
Yeah.
It's a really great stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just great to play on. And any excuse to play drums, I'll take.
Very nice, and it's always weird sitting when you've sat in the audience before, and then you see a massive production there, and then that you're performing there, which is amazing. Now, I know I said before that you're a very good drummer. Is that going to take you anywhere in the future? Do you think? Have you got any plans for the future, music wise?
I hope so. Maybe one day. I've been thinking of starting a cover band.
Mm-hmm.
Don't exactly know what band yet. Obviously, I need to get the right people for it.
Yeah.
And probably one day, don't know when, starting my own band.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of drummers are famous for starting their own bands, so you never know what could happen.
No. That sounds.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I think you'd be great in a band. I can't wait to hear the albums. Now, some viewers won't know this, but I know a lot of people listen to this from school. But for those who don't, you are our school's head boy, and if I may say so, I think you do an excellent job. Now, when you got, it sounds like you've been presented with a royal medal. What I've wrote here, when you were appointed with the role, how did it feel? What was it like? The interview process? I was there, but what it was tell you, the listeners.
Well, for anyone who does go to Elton, I'm sure we're all expecting it to be Daniel. But yeah, so that's what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting to be head boy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't exactly anything I thought I couldn't take on because I mean, a lot of it was like speeches.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't anything like you'd be scared of. I
No.
suppose. And I had obviously a lot of people supporting me, so yeah, that's what I was it. And I'm pretty good at public speaking. I think, like I said, I like reading and writing, so I'm performing. So I'm not exactly afraid of getting up in front of people.
No.
So
That's
yeah, I wasn't expecting Daniel to get it.
but no, you've done an excellent job, and I think that can really build you on in your career. Being such a thing as head boy, you know, it's not an easy role to take. I know you've told me a few times how you've been asked to do a speech in a few days, which is quite a hard task, and I wouldn't be too thankful for that.
Not always the most noticed.
No. So I'd like to also say something that I've put on my Instagram recently was a trailer for something called the Friday Show. Now that is going to be fair to say the biggest project I've ever took on, and I thought the first person when I thought I want to have music, I thought of Joe here, and he's agreed to be my musical director very kindly. Now, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be late July, possibly August now, because we're very busy people, but especially this year. But I'm really excited, and I'm excited to be working with you.